back here to the local vibe. It is that time of the summer that we get to watch one of the most anticipated meteor showers of the year, called the Perseids.
It is a celestial spectacle you won't want to miss. But what exactly are we seeing when we wish upon those shooting stars?
It'll sprinkle some stardust on our science knowledge, and to get us ready for tonight's cosmic performance is Ron Settle. He is the Vice President of Innovative Technology and Interpretation at the Greensboro Science Center. Hey Ron, thanks for being with us today. You've got the best title in the Piedmont Triad, I have to say.
It's a long one, but it says everything that needs to be said, I think.
Fair enough, fair enough.
So kind of just tell us about the meteor shower, what it is, and why they reoccur around the same time every year. This is really interesting for people that, you know, might not know as much as you, Brian, about this stuff.
For us.
Ron knows more than I do.
Well, you know, for some odd reason, the Olympics have been much on my mind. So let me put it to you like this. The Earth and all planets in the solar system are like Olympic runners that are each in their lanes making their way around the track that's centered on the sun. Unlike at the Olympics in Paris, the racetrack of the planets have debris that's scattered in certain areas along their route, so that as they make a lap, that is, as they go through a year, every year at the same time, the planets are going to be plowing through this debris, and they're only about the size of bits of sand up to about the size of M&Ms. So every year, about the same time, the Earth is going to be experiencing a series of meteor showers, and this one, called the Perseids, is probably the most popular and the most dramatic. And the source of all those meteor showers are that make from the solar system, hold the sun's gravity into the inner solar system, and they're dirty stubbles. So when they get close to the sun, they begin to melt, and particles of dust and rock are let loose and slough off the comet. And so every year we make our way through this cometary debris, and it gives us this light show. And actually what's going on up in the sky is about 50 miles high in the atmosphere. When those little bits of sand and dust hit the atmosphere, they're traveling at 133,000 miles an hour. And at that speed, not only do they burn up, but they make the atmosphere around them glow in columns about a yard wide. And that's what we're seeing when we see a meteor streak across the sky.
Wow, I just learned so much. Thank you so much for that explanation. Do you have any tips for viewers who want to be able to spot these meteor showers, where, when to look?
Yeah, the best time, unfortunately, is after midnight. So really, this could be more of a get up early sort of experience than a stay up late sort of experience. The moon is at first quarter, and that works against us, but luckily it's going to be setting in the southwest about the same time that the meteor shower is rising in the northeast. So what you want to do is go out after the moon is set at midnight, position yourself sort of toward the northeast with your back toward the place where the moon is set, and get comfortable. I'd take a lawn chair or a blanket. You want to pitch yourself upward as much as possible, and then just relax and watch. The Perseids can have up to about 100 an hour.
Wow.
So you might, if you're in dark skies, be able to see one or two a minute. Those are under good conditions. I hope your meteorologist has cleared that for us and is going to be predicting good weather. I think so. Technically, last night was the peak into early this morning, but it's a gradual thing. You move into the peak and then you move back out. And so tonight should be, I think, really nearly as good as last night. And I'm hoping the weather is going to be a little bit more agreeable. But just relax. No binoculars, no telescopes. You don't need it. Your eyes are good enough for this. As a matter of fact, a telescope or binoculars would hurt your view, because you'd be restricting the area of the sky that you're watching. And you want to be able to see as much of the sky as you can. So even though they're originating from the northeast, they can be all over the sky. So keep your eyes open everywhere. Stay away from lights. Don't turn on your phone. It'll ruin your night vision.
Okay, great tips, Ron. Thank you for that. I want to give you, we only have a couple seconds left. Can you talk about what astronomy experiences are going on at the Greensboro Science Center?
Yeah, every clear Friday night, we have a big telescope we pull out and we look at deep sky objects like nebulas and galaxies. And then during the day, if it's clear, we pull out a solar scope and look at the activity on the sun, which, by the way, is increasing. It's going to be at peak maximum solar activity next year. So there are a lot of sunspots, a lot of flares, a lot of great things to see, whether it's the daytime with the sun or nighttime with galaxies and nebulas here at the center.
Okay, awesome. Thank you for highlighting that, everyone. The Greensboro Science Center is located on Lawndale Drive. If you'd like to check out those features he just mentioned, tickets start at $19. Remember, you can share your pictures or videos with us by posting them on the U Local North Carolina Facebook page.